Hi, I'm Vicki Hyman here at NJ Advanced Media with Bobby Olivier, our music critic, to talk about, as we do on Thursdays, American Idol and The Voice. Now we are down to the final 3 of American Idol, and every week I ask Bobby to wait until our Periscope to do this, but he doesn't do it. He always puts that X before we can do the Periscope. Why is that, Bobby?
Because it's my board, and I've spent the whole season recapping the show, and I should be allowed to have my little solitary, satisfactory moment of crossing people's faces off.
It's a special moment for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I do not. Not everything has to be shared with the public.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think it's the case at all. So, were you sad to see Rayvon go?
Yeah, I mean, he was great, and he was definitely one of the strongest, like, most powerful singers this year. I mean, he always just had a little bit of a problem connecting. He always just seemed like too nice of a guy, like kind of like a a cappella choir singer. Like, he never seemed like a real his own artist,
like a star.
Yeah, he didn't have like the same star quality that the other 3 have, but I mean, he survived 4 Twitter saves.
Wow, that is a lot.
4 in a row, which is kind of amazing, and will probably never ever happen again. But it's just a testament to the fact that people like him, just didn't like him enough to vote for him every week, I guess, into the top.
So you had been talking up Clark Beckham very early in the season.
Yeah.
And now we've got Clark, we've got Nick, and we've got our hometown girl, Jax, and you pretty much feel it's a 3-way tie, huh?
Yeah, at this point, I've never been more confused, and the judges said this last night too, that this is the closest that they think it's ever been, where they really don't have a good feel for who is the front runner at this point. Because I mean, for a while there, Clark was the front runner. I still say he probably has the best voice. He's got the strongest, you know, real-time studio voice that out of any of them. But he's fallen off a little bit just because he doesn't quite connect as much to the crowd and to the music as Nick and Jax do. And Nick had that problem too, but the last month or so, Nick's been like on fire, and he's still here. And Jax is by far the best showwoman, and she gives the best performances every week, and the crowd like always cheers louder for her. Like whenever Ryan Seacrest says like who should be the next American Idol, you always hear an overwhelming Jax from the crowd, which might be the fact that there's so many like young girls who are like sort of idolizing her a little bit in the crowd.
Could Clark and Nick split the hot young white male singer vote, which is always a very, very strong phenomenon on American Idol?
They could, and I actually asked Jax about that when I talked to her last week, and she said she doesn't really think that that's the case. She thinks that like they're such different artists that it's not really gonna
but they're
matter.
both so cute.
Yeah, to you, I guess. But honestly, so the way it's going to go is this upcoming week, the finale week, it's 2 shows, not 1. Tuesday night, the 3 of them will perform 3 songs each, I guess. And then the top 2, as far as I know, will be announced that night. And then Wednesday, the next night, the winner will be crowned. It
should be interesting because The Voice is on next Tuesday night. Is this the first time that they're going head-to-head?
Probably not. I mean, let's see. The Voice always did Monday, Tuesday, and Idol used to do Wednesday, Thursday. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Idol. I think because it's the finale for Idol that they're not too concerned about it. Yeah, and for The Voice, it'll just be another elimination night.
But we are getting close to the end as we switch over to The Voice.
Yes.
Kimberly Nicole got kicked off on Tuesday night, which devastated me. And what's his name? The curly-haired guy. I don't even don't speak his name. is still in the running. How is that possible?
Well, I think it's just The Voice. Everyone's so close talent-wise. I think that so many people.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Kimberly and Josh.
Talent-wise, quality of their voices, yeah, probably. The way she performs is head and shoulders above him. But I mean, she had an off week, and I mean,
she did have an off week
because the way they run through the season so quickly. I don't think people develop the same sort of connection, like personal connection, and like learning people's stories. That like week to week, they're like, yeah, he didn't have a good week. I'm not going to vote for him.
Someone wants to know your prediction for who's going to win.
The Voice.
Yeah.
Who's going to win The Voice?
You think it's going to be Sawyer, right?
No, I don't.
You don't think it's going to be Sawyer?
It's not
going to be Joshua.
I think it's going to be my vote right now is for Corinne Hawthorne because I just think that she is the most compelling person at this point. I think she's the best mix of power and sort of a little bit of vulnerability and intensity in performance. And now that Kimberly Nicole's gone, I think she's far and away probably the best, most fun performer to watch.
Now, I've always suspected that people are also not just voting for the person, but for the coach. And so I think that Megan Lindsay might have a good shot because of Blake.
Yeah,
the Blake factor, I think, is very strong on the show.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think that she'll probably be in the finale unless she has an off week. She's been really strong. It wouldn't shock me if she won, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're such different artists that it's hard to compare. It really is. And
so Corinne, Megan, and who would be the third?
I don't know. The Sawyer, every week his stuff does really well on iTunes, which is such a big part of the voting process. It's not like Idol, where like you can really sort of, the voting is really sort of lifted by the iTunes stuff. That I could see Sawyer in the finale. I don't think Josh is going to make it, and India's been in the bottom the last 2 weeks.
And she just barely squeaked by.
Again, yeah.
I was so close to doing a Save Kimberly. I've never done that before. But,
I know,
okay.
I know.
Very, very sad.
I know.
All
All right.
So next week we could have our very first American Idol winner from New Jersey, which has never happened from The Voice either. Although The Voice, they have made it much further.
Yeah, they've made it to the finale the last 3 years, but not this year.
Not this year. All right. Well, I look forward to maybe hearing about Jax's coronation moment next week.
Yeah.
Knock wood. All right.
We'll see.
Not that you're taking sides.
Yeah, I'm not, but it'll be quite the story for New Jersey. A lot of people here are really rooting for her in East Brunswick, so we'll see.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining us.